hello and welcome to Surviving the UK Government podcast. Um, it's been a while since I've done this, um, but you're gonna definitely know why. Um, so where do we start? We start with the fact that Merseyside police think that it's okay for them to allegedly allegedly trespass into a property where there's a vulnerable woman who's got lupus and an autistic child. It's funny that this all happened while I've threatened to take legal action against Merseyside police as well, because allegedly they false imprison me. It's more than once allegedly as well. Um, so I'm going to tell you the story from the start. So Merseyside police showed up at 11 o'clock roughly, and decided that apparently they got a call that there was serious disturbance at the property. So Naringa spoke to the officers and told them that basically there is no disturbance. What do you want? They decided to still stand there and what else would you say? Yeah, they decided to stand there and
I don't know. They were just talking to themselves, knocking on the windows and doors.
yeah. So once I realized that they clearly wasn't going to go away, I came and then asked them, so what's the issue? What do you want? They said that there's a disturbance. They got a call about disturbance. I said, that's great. It never happened. Now what? Oh, we need to come into the property. No, there's no reason for you to come in the property. Both of us have just told you there's no disturbance. That wasn't enough. They then decided to remember this the fact about this that's so funny is that they know that Naringa's got anxiety, as in Merseyside police in general. I can't speak for the officers that came there, but Naringa's made Merseyside police know that she has anxiety. So officers showing up at the property threatening to force their way into the property because they're concerned makes me laugh when she's already told them there's no concerns. So she then says to me, oh, well, why are you so hostile? And I said, the reason why I'm so hostile is because you keep coming to the property when it's already been told to you that there's people making
Malicious calls.
malicious calls to the property, right? So she's like, oh, well, I don't want to say word for word what she said, but basically she was still trying to make excuses that she's still concerned, allegedly. So after I made them aware that they're not coming into the property because that's not what Naringa wanted, and in my opinion, they didn't have a valid reason to come into the property. This is what Merseyside police decided to do. Meanwhile, they was told that there's an autistic child in the property, even though it wasn't even necessary. I called Makaya, my son, down to speak to the police, even though he doesn't really like speaking to the police because of their alleged behavior in the past, um, of blasting sirens when they see him, allegedly. He still spoke to them and said that he's fine and that there's no shouting in the property. This still wasn't enough. Now, Section 17, which is what they used, it says, please use Section 17 to enter search premises without a warrant for specific urgent reasons, execute an arrest. Well, they didn't say anyone was under arrest. Um, they didn't say any offenses. There's no escaped prisoners in here. Saving a life. There was no life to be saved. Or preventing serious damage to the property. Well, everyone said that there was no disturbance. So I don't know. It's not, oh, even better, requiring reasonable belief of immediate risk, not just welfare concerns.
Mm,
Isn't that funny? So even the welfare concerns doesn't meet the threshold. That's apparently I'm not a solicitor, so I'm not giving out legal advice. I'm just reading what I see.
yeah.
Yeah. So they have to believe apparently that there has to be life at risk. So if everyone's come to the door annoyed that you're at the door, I don't understand where the risk of life is. Do you?
No.
Okay. So this is how Mersey, instead of walking off and maybe doing a referral, even though you don't need to, made a referral to child services, they then investigate. No, no, no. This is what Merseyside police decide to do instead. Knowing that there's a child in here that's sensitive to sounds because they was made aware of this before they came in.
Conducting research on how many college students one can sleep with before they go pretender and drain their life of music. How the is a collar under your pants? Yeah. Just keep filming it. Yeah. Just keep filming it. Yeah.
This is what Merseyside police think that this is how you check on the welfare of an autistic child that's sensitive to sound at 11 at night.
Let them break in. Please. Move, Jada. Move. 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 Move, Jada. Get your hand at your pants. Why are you arresting me for? Because you're belting you or something. It's a collar, you idiot. It's a collar. It's a collar. Remember the time you were arrested for breach of the peace? No. I haven't even. How will I breach of the peace?
So the excuse that the police use.
Anyway, I didn't put your nostrils, making your eyes. Oh, it's she. Yeah. So are you freestyling now? Okay. Are you going to give me your name? Well, you've not been arrested to get your name. You just told me I was arrested. You're not making it up, thing. I'll give you my name. It's Joshua Johnson. No, because we need to speak to you about it. Alright, so can I fix my jeans?
I filmed all the conversation.
Don't leave him with me.
So the funny thing about this is they're saying that they need to speak to your partner. Naringa's made it clear that I'm not her partner. They already know that I'm her carer. Right? This has been explained many times. I don't know how many times we need to say this to them. Emails have been sent. It's been told verbally so many times. It's to the point where we don't even say it anymore. Right? So you're already now, in my opinion, breaching the public sector equality duty, is it?
Equality duty. Yeah.
Yeah. Because now you're removing a carer and her known advocate away from Naringa to question her. Right? Okay, so after you've done that, that's not enough. You've then decided to allegedly slam me on the car. Let's see if it shows up properly on here because it's another if there's another video that's there of you slamming me on the car. Let's see if it shows up properly. Where's the other video? You got to squint your eyes a bit in this. Hold on. Oh, there you go. There you go. Just keep your eye on the ball here, because this is really promoting safety welfare for the child.
If it is such an important part for him about volume and sensitivity of the child, which I completely appreciate, the only person shouting and being aggressive is
it's the police officer.
So you got the woman talking about the child narrating while they're slamming the child's father on the police car. You can't make this up. You actually can't make this up. So let's go into it more. So they came into the property like they're looking for El Chapo. And then once they've come into the property, they're asking Naringa whether, obviously, what was it they were asking? They basically was just asking it, to make sure that you're safe and that you're not, against your will and everything like that. So this officer here I don't know whether she had a bad day. I don't know whether she's
Bad hair day.
no, her hair's great.
Oh yeah.
But um, she for some reason was just not interested in anything you had to say, in my opinion. For some reason, she had this knowledge that there's definitely domestic violence going on. Do you get what I mean? So for you, you've come into the property now, right? Clearly, she looks concerned. Yeah. And even though you're telling her that there's no domestic violence going on, that you want her to leave the property, she's deciding she will leave when she feels like it. I don't understand how that works. I don't understand why, because I'm want to sue the police for false imprisonment, why they then think it's okay to harass my child's mother and or not harass, I say allegedly harass and allegedly trespass my child's mother's house. And you're trying to wrap it around safeguarding. And this is the thing, there's a lot of actual domestic violence going on. And instead of you focusing on real domestic violence, you're using policies. And in my opinion, you're using loopholes to do what you actually want to do. That's my opinion. That's what they're doing. Right?
Yeah.
Not saying it's for a fact. I'm saying that's my opinion. Right? That allegedly they knew that there was no domestic violence and that they proceeded to enter the property anyways. Right? So that's how it goes. So, but the thing with this is, right, is how corrupt it can be, right? You haven't just got the police involved, you've also got the council. Yeah? You've also got the council. Oh, there's idiots outside the window now while we're talking. They like to do this. So people would say, you know what, UK legal support, don't be so paranoid. The police and the council don't work together. They're separate entities. You know, relax, right? Okay, cool. So this is footage of my son telling the police to leave him alone, which for some reason they didn't understand. So let's play it.
The window, that's fine. You can record. Recording too. We've had a report of it.
You see the attitude as well. Oh, it's all right. You can record. I'm recording too. They don't care about their behavior. Do you understand? Because when you make complaints, especially with Merseyside police, but it's police in general. I don't want to make this just about Merseyside police. A lot of police in general, when you make complaints, it's not sorted properly. It's just met with retaliation, victimization. Right?
Wait, sorry. I just want to see my son.
So you're okay?
Yeah, I am, but can you leave me alone?
I want to see if you're okay. Yeah, I am. Can you leave me alone? Let's rewind that for the officer because she couldn't hear it. So let's make sure we all got it.
So you're okay?
Yeah, I am, but can you leave me alone?
This is a 8-year-old autistic child, right? Who's telling you he's fine. He's already told you he's fine because you already woke him up when you're acting like you care. He's told you, so he's now had to tell you twice at 11 at night that he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was
Right.
brought by the...
Okay, we're just making sure you're alright.
Yeah, okay, can you leave me alone, please?
Has anything happened?
Okay, just leave me alone.
I want to know, has there been some disturbance, any
Oh
shouting,
my
arguing?
goodness, just get out of my room, okay? Leave me alone.
Is it just you here?
So what I'm trying to figure out is, why do you think it's okay to continue if an adult tells you, I don't want you to talk to me, yeah, you don't have to keep talking to them. So why are they not listening to the child? There's clearly no danger. The only danger is the officers that's in the building,
Well,
in my opinion.
well, they know that he's autistic, so they're still looking to, confuse him, asking him all these different questions to...
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
She asked the child what GP he's registered to. That's what you entered the house in, to find out what GP he's registered to. That's the is that what they teach them in police academy? Like, to ask an 8-year-old autistic child at 11 at night when you've woken him up, oh, by the way, what GP are you registered to? And you actually expect him to answer clearly, like, oh, this GP and the address is this, and the postcode is that.
And phone number is this.
Yeah. And the doctor's name is this, and the general consultant is this, and the receptionist is called this. Like, what are we doing? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at this. This is what when you have a badge and you feel powerful looks like. Yeah, this is what this looks like. So this happened now. And what makes it crazy out of the whole of this story is obviously they didn't find anything. They found a lot of phones, and for some reason they were concerned about they're now concerned about how many phones are in the house. I don't understand what that's got to do with the Section 17, because that's what they were in the property for.
No.
So what are you looking? It's almost like you've just entered the property to try and find something. Anything. But there isn't anything. There is no domestic violence. There's 2 caring parents who are advocates, who are known to the police and Liverpool Council, that are just trying to live their life and get justice. That's all there is. So what I don't understand is why people are not allowed to be advocates and live in peace without being allegedly harassed or being failed by the system. So let's go further. So after they didn't find anything, they were still concerned, right? They still arrested me for breach of the peace, and I was in a cell for roughly 5 to 6 hours. They actually
injured your wrist.
Yeah, they allegedly injured my wrist as well. And they also decided, surprisingly, to write a referral to child services. Yeah. Now, this woman here was very excited to write a referral to child services. She couldn't keep up. Her smile was so allegedly like she was smiling. And she was very excited to me. That's how I seen it when I watched the footage. She seemed very excited to be writing this referral. Now, you would think, okay, once child services find out that allegedly police are trespassing into a property, that of course they're going to be understanding, they're going to offer support, all these kind of things. No, not with child services. Child services decided then to refuse to offer legal help. Up to this day, even though Naringa asked the social worker for legal support, for advocacy, right? For Makaya, obviously, because in our opinion, his human rights have been violated, right? You're ramming in the door when you know there's an autistic child. You're supposed to be making reasonable adjustments here, right? Or now we can't get any support, which is, in my opinion, what you're supposed to be getting under the Care Act and under the Children's Act, right? So what it now turned into was, all of a sudden, instead of the parents getting support for allegedly what the police done wrong, the parents are now being put under, in my opinion, an illegal Section 47, right? Now, for those that don't know what a Section 47 is very serious, right? It's where the council determined that apparently they think that the child is in danger, is in risk of serious harm, right? During all this time that this is, oh, by the way, as well, the time that they decided to issue this Section 47 is the day before my birthday. This is while I've got complaints filed against Children's Services, a Children's Act complaint that's been ignored for 8 months. So you're ignoring my concerns of what local authority are not doing correctly. That's okay to ignore for 9 months. But you're not responding to my complaints. Yeah? The mother's got a complaint as well. So that's 2 people. Yeah? And there's no responses. There's no, and it's not about even a response, because sending a gaslighting response is useless as well. There's no, what's the word? What do you call it? There's no, there's no, we're going to sort this out. We're going to change it. This shouldn't be happening. No accountability. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
There's no accountability. It's you're in the wrong. You need to change.
Yeah.
Gaslighting, right? So here's the best part of all of this domestic, worrying about domestic. So not only did they trespass, allegedly, they then allegedly assaulted Naringa as well. So you've come in on the basis of you're worried about a domestic, and then the woman who you're worried about that's apparently getting domestic has had to make a complaint that she allegedly got assaulted by 2 officers. This is what we're doing. So allegedly you've assaulted someone, and you've made a children's services referral as well, just to add more stress to the woman that's got anxiety. And then you make sure, and then magically the section 47, which is the most serious referral, ends up happening the day before the father's birthday, who's got issues with social services and issues with the council and issues with the police.
Yeah, but it's funny how they turned from Section 17 on the Children's Act, which was voluntary thing, and I engaged with them, and they said there was nothing, no evidence found of domestic violence, whatever. They closed the case, and a month later, a day before your birthday, that's when they decided to reopen the case and turn into Section 47.
No, but what it was as well was the malicious calls, kept coming, because obviously the police didn't investigate when you wrote a report about the malicious calls and that it needs to be sorted, because obviously it's starting to affect your right to family life. Because obviously if people keep making malicious calls and the police keep coming, you have to keep providing footage that there was no disturbance. It's starting to affect your life. It's starting to affect your anxiety. All of this stuff was told to the police, and no suitable action was taken, right? So obviously if they get to keep making referrals, then obviously it looks bad. But the problem is there's no clear evidence.
No.
It's just anonymous calls.
Yeah.
And even if someone is saying it's happening, that's still not clear evidence.
No.
Do you get what I mean? So the fact that, and the worst thing is, when they did the Section 47, they didn't even contact me, who's the father of the child. I've got responsibilities as a parent to Makaya. So that's a procedural error as well. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's a procedural error as well. So you're not following correct procedures, allegedly. And then on top of it, you're not providing support and advocacy to the parents who are asking you for it to take action against the police for allegedly discriminating against not only you, Naringa, but the child as well.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So there you go. That is a story and a half. And the fact that people don't realize that how the system can be used, it can be abused, is crazy. Because I don't understand how this, to me, seems like a coordinated thing. Because I don't understand how, if the council have no involvement in this, which I'm not saying they are, I'm just don't understand why they've been made aware of the police's actions and are not taking suitable action. I don't understand why that is. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's terrible, man. Absolutely terrible.
And I think they've been like, they stayed there like for 45 minutes. Yeah.
And then let's just go into another thing as well. That's funny. We must just be the most unlucky parents, or we're being targeted. It's one of the two, right? So after all that happens now, Makaya ends up coughing really bad, because another separate issue is he's in a house that's allegedly full of damp. The person who's supposed to inspect the house, which is in again a department of the council, has decided they don't want to come to the property. This was reported nearly 6-7 months ago, right? So Makaya starts coughing. He was coughing so hard he actually ends up getting a hernia in his left testicle. Not left testicle, like in his lower side,
groin?
in his groin. right? Hernia is a very serious thing, right? So we took him to the Great Al Dahay Hospital, the amazing Al Dahay Hospital, one of the best hospitals in the world.
Well, they took him to the GP first.
Yeah, I took him to the GP first.
Who didn't want to, who allegedly didn't want to note everything that was said to them in the first place.
Yeah. So then there was issues with the GP writing exactly what the mother said, allegedly. So not only does the parents have now issues with the GP, the hospital, the police, and legal aid.
Well,
because you can't get any legal aid.
Out of capacity, yeah.
It's always out of capacity for the past 3 years.
Yeah, it's most of the council departments. Yeah, council.
Yeah, you got a complaint in nearly every council department, including trade and standards.
Yeah.
Right. So we must just be the most unlucky person in the world, or we're being targeted. Because that's a lot of mistakes.
There must be alleged notes, a lot of alleged notes over there.
That's a lot of mistakes, isn't it?
It is.
So went to Al Dahay Hospital now, and obviously he's getting checked after the GP, couldn't write the notes properly. Allegedly, they then finally got it right. End up going to the hospital because obviously having a hernia is very serious. His left testicle was literally swollen crazy.
No, it was right.
Okay, left or right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So instead of the hospital now doing the same day surgery, which I believe they should have done, because to me it's an emergency, what they decided to do was the nurse allegedly decided to push back in his hernia without even consulting us or Makaya. So without notifying everyone, she's just starting to push back in his hernia without even warning him what she's doing. Can you imagine the stress and pain that he's feeling? I don't think they gave him any anesthetic or nothing.
Not at all.
Or any warning that this is what they're going to do.
No.
No painkillers, nothing.
Nothing.
Right? So that was the first. So what I'm trying to show you is how once you have an issue with one local authority, how magically you end up starting having issues with every local authority going. This is all in the space of 2 months.
It is.
Yeah.
It's been, yeah.
All in the space of 2 months. Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying about people need to really realize the power that local authorities have and how they're supposed to work together to help you. But for some reason, if you're an advocate, if you're like a human rights advocate or an advocate in general, yeah, or you've made too many complaints against local authority, all of a sudden you start to have very weird issues. You know what I mean? Innit?
Yeah.
So, Makai, come here for a minute. So, yeah, you can actually hear him saying,
Your mum and dad? Oh, sure. Sorry, that was an accident. Hello.
come.
Hello.
You okay, Makai? You remember these officers?
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember this woman?
Yeah. He was being rude to me.
Was she being rude to you?
He said whatever.
What did you say to her when she said?
So I said whatever, and then he said it back, and he said whatever.
Yeah. When you said whatever, is it because you was telling her to get out of your room?
Yeah.
Okay. When you told her to get out of your room, did she get out of your room?
No, he was just standing there.
And you was in your bed, wasn't you?
Yeah.
And then do you remember when they were at the window?
Yeah.
And I was telling them, and I was asking you, oh, was there any shouting? And you said no, and they still came in anyway. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Not very good, is it? And then what happened when you went to the hospital?
They pushed my dicky.
They pushed your dicky.
Yeah, like.
Was it painful?
Yeah.
And did they say that they were going to do it?
No.
Did they let you know?
No.
So just out of nowhere, they just start pushing your dicky. It's not very good, is it? You wasn't happy, was you? No. No, it's not very good. You remember this woman?
No.
No.
He started being rude.
Was it her that was rude to you, or was it a different officer?
No, it was her.
You sure?
Yeah, it was her.
Okay.
It was her.
It wasn't this one. Hold on, let me show you.
It wasn't this woman.
It was this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's he started being rude to me.
Oh, okay.
And he was and I said, get out of my room. That's how I told this woman.
Yeah, you told that woman get out of your room, didn't you?
Yeah. And he said, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what she said. Police, eh? What can you do?
What am I gonna do?
Just gotta survive.
Yeah, and they arrested you.
Yeah, they arrested me, didn't they?
When did they arrest you?
They arrested me the same night. It wasn't very good, is it?
So is me and mommy?
Yeah, they just left you and mommy, but they arrested daddy. It's not good, is it?
Yeah, mommy was sad.
Oh no, mommy was sad.
I know. Was you?
It was sad. It's not good, is it? They need to stop doing that, innit?
Yeah.
They need to stop.
Even the police come when they come again, they didn't arrest you.
I know. They took a break from arresting me, didn't they? I know. They just banged the window instead.
Yeah.
I know. All right, handsome. That's all I need from you. Thank you. Go on. So as you can see, that doesn't sound like a kid that's clearly witnessing domestic violence or is upset with the parents. He's more concerned that his mum's upset. This is stuff that a kid shouldn't be seeing, by the way. This is not normal for a kid to be seeing this kind of behavior from the police. It's not normal for a Section 17 from the Children's Services not being done properly and then using or allegedly misusing a Section 47 to then find their way to force their way into the property. Because that's the thing. When you've got a Section 47, it adds pressure that they need to come into the property. That's why I think that's why that was done. So after Naringa's already complained to them about the police trespassing, in some roundabout way, child services in their own little way, allegedly have trespassed. Now they will turn around and say, oh, we didn't trespass because, you know, it was voluntary. You let us in voluntary. Yes, but there's also consequences if you don't let children's services into the property. They can then go to the court and ask for emergency actions, which means taking the child away from the home for a certain amount of time to check that the child is safe. These are things that child services can do.
Yeah.
So even when something is voluntary, there's always loopholes to make sure that it's not fully voluntary. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Because when you ask for reasonable adjustments, which was to meet in the library, these weren't carried out properly. Yes, they made you meet at the library, but they didn't conduct the investigation in the library.
No.
Right? And using excuses about no, it needs to be in the house. That's in my opinion, that's not good enough. That's not good enough.
Pretty sure libraries got like private rooms if that's what they were worried about.
Yeah. So you've got time to be doing all these investigations when the police report stuff, but they don't have the time to do that when the parents are making reports. When the parents are reporting antisocial behavior, no one wants to figure out how to stop this.
Yeah, because it seems like they only take action or care when allegedly parents do something to the children, but when there's other authorities abusing the power, allegedly they seem not to be interested.
But what's crazy is this, yeah? If the police are abusing their power, you're going to child services to get help in safeguarding,
Protecting a child.
Yeah, and they're not helping you properly, allegedly, then that gives room for the police to keep doing it, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
So it's almost like child services or Liverpool Council are turning a blind eye to a child facing injustice by the system.
Yeah.
Why would that happen though? Is it because complaints was made to child services about their services? Why would a council do that? That's the question.
Yeah.
And if you can't get legal advice, how are you supposed to challenge if you believe that the council are acting illegally? How are you supposed to challenge that? As someone who's not from the UK. How many other people is that happening to where the police and the council are allegedly misusing their powers, and then they can't get legal advice to make them stop? Is that a way to force someone to leave the country?
Yeah, because some people would say go to the complaints procedure, the independent.
Oh yeah, the
office.
ombudsman.
No. When it comes to police, you got
IPOC.
the IPC, and then you got the ombudsman, local ombudsman for the council.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that these don't work, but what I'm saying is obviously there's a time frame with these things. If something is ongoing, like police keep coming to the house, you making a complaint that's going to take nearly 6 months to investigate, how is that affecting someone's mental health of them keep coming 6 months every day? If they I'm not saying the police came every day, I'm saying if that's happening every day, if there's human rights violations that are ongoing, the ombudsman does not act quick enough for that. That's not it's not in their remit. It's not in their thing. It's not in their powers to act that fast. That's what I think. So
I've noticed every stage that, from my experience, it seemed like taking 12 weeks each.
And that's if the council actually respond in the timelines that they're supposed to. Like I said,
Sure.
I have a Children's Act complaint that's 8 months late. It's still going on, and it's still late.
And still sitting with the ombudsman.
No, it hasn't even got to the ombudsman yet. It's in stage 2, and we're 9 months in.
Okay, I thought you already applied to the ombudsman.
Yeah, I did, but I forgot that I had to ask them for stage 2.
Yeah, but ombudsman as well, sometimes they request from the council to respond to
Yeah, but you still have to ask them yourself.
Okay.
I didn't know that. So I had to find that out and then do it. And we're still pending.
Yeah, have they ever acknowledged it?
Yeah.
They have acknowledged that we will respond to your stage 2 and okay.
9 months in. You know, allegedly it's supposed to be wrapped up within a month or 2. The Children's Act, the whole complaint system. Yeah, we're 9 months in.
I think stage 1 is the quickest, and stage 2 sometimes it takes a bit longer.
Because this is not normal complaints. You got complaints where you just make complaints to the council. When you do a Children's Act complaint, it's serious. It's as serious as a Section 47 serious.
Yeah.
You know, when like if you get retaliated against, it's something serious like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's about it. That was just a quick one today, quick episode today to show you how injustice can happen to parents and a child.
Yeah, the funniest thing with this police officers, with these females, that after they stressed everyone out, they arrested you. Makaya told them to leave him alone. They still tried to, for 15 minutes, to preach to me about my parenting skills as well.
Yeah, and then they also tried to tell you as well, oh, don't be afraid if you're suffering from domestic violence, we can help. And then because you didn't, within half an hour, you get assaulted by the 2 people telling you that they've got big experience in domestic violence, and they're concerned about you. So if they're so experienced in domestic violence, how does their elbow end up in your chest?
I don't know. And I felt like they tried to put words in my mouth, like saying stuff like I should admit to something when there's nothing happening, and because I wouldn't admit to anything.
Yeah.
They started saying Nelly, the way behaviors and stuff, that it's my fault when they keep stressing us out.
Yeah, it's called, in my opinion, that's called gaslighting. And it's not that parenting skills or their opinion of your parenting is nothing. It doesn't mean anything. The same way the same way they don't like your parenting is the same way I don't like her hair. It doesn't mean that that's relevant. She doesn't like your parent, and I don't like her hair. So what? It doesn't mean that everything you think, just because you got a badge on, that we need to hear. Because we don't care.
It wasn't even about the parenting. It was about the fact that they stressed him out so much that he just asked to be left alone. But apparently it's my fault what Makaya said, but I never even told Makaya to say anything.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If that's how Makai, remember, yeah, the whole point of why they're forcing their way in is because they need to hear the child's voice. There's his voice. Don't get upset when he tells you what he thinks.
Yeah.
Do you understand? He told you what, and he still said please. That's the joke of it. It's not like he said F off or whatever, you pig, or whatever. He said, leave me alone, please. Get out of my room. He has every right to say that.
Yeah. And when we were about to wrap things up, the neighbor next door that has been allegedly harassing me came out to start shouting. And when I told her to leave me alone and to shut up, that's when the police decided, instead of stopping her from doing whatever she's doing, which was committing crime because she swore at me as well, allegedly, they instead assaulted me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the thing about when sometimes police act like, they're acting like they're in their best, they're trying to help. Sometimes they're actually not. Sometimes they are abusing their power. Do you get what I mean? So that's just something to look out for, people. If we've got a lot more episodes coming out. If you got issues with your local council, issues with your NHS, housing issues with the police ignoring crimes, that happens a lot, allegedly. Issues with social services, issues with ignored antisocial behavior. Yeah, that happens to a lot of people in temporary accommodation, I've been hearing. Being accused of antisocial behavior when you're not. Being banned from areas that you shouldn't be banned from. That's a new one I keep seeing. And issues with care homes. Make sure you contact everydayinjusticeinfo@aol.com. I don't charge for legal support. I don't give legal advice because I'm not a solicitor, but I give legal support. I tell people what I would do in this scenario if I was them. People say stuff like, "Oh, but if you're not a solicitor, why are you doing this?" Well, my mum was illegally detained in Jamaica for nearly over a year, held against her will, and the only person who got her out was me. I'm not a solicitor, but I managed to make that happen. So please don't question my knowledge because it's very good. So other than that, make sure you share this podcast to everyone. And make sure you log in to the next episode when it comes out.